Hello. Today is going to be that errand day that everyone has, and I'm actually kind of excited about it. The only thing is that the last 2 days it's been really hard for me to get up in the morning. I think I hit my snooze button this morning like 10 times. No joke. So I got a later start. So I literally am throwing my hair back up in a ponytail, and the first thing we have to do is drive about 45 minutes to the dealership for my car because they are replacing some kind of seatbelt thing in it this morning, first thing. And then we have a doctor's appointment for Dominic later this afternoon, and we have a whole bunch of errands to run. So I figured we might as well bring you along and get these done together and let me know what kind of errands you are doing today or this weekend. We are at the dealership waiting for the car to get finished, and then we're going to get on more errands. And let me show you two things that are super cool. One is how cute is this little gnome that's just sitting here as you wait for your car. Doesn't he just make you happy? And
no, these are my nightmares.
The best thing is that is my future car right there they have on display. That is the one I've been thinking about and wanting and wishing for, and Frank did not say no. So I'm pretty sure that is going to be my next ride. So a little update after we saw the cute little gnome. 2 seconds later, the nice man at the dealership walked out and informed me that my car part is not there because it was sent back. So apparently you only have so many days after they order it to actually get in there and get it done before they send it back. And they called me, and then I set up an appointment online, but they didn't catch that somehow. So now next Friday we have to come back even earlier in the morning, which is fine to get an early start. So a little bump already first thing in the road this morning, but we're going to now get some more errands done. So 2 hours in and we have nothing accomplished because I'm telling you, for some reason, I feel like every time I set out to do something, something happens, and it's always something. It's crazy. I'm trying to be not caring about it. So we went to the dealership. You got the update. They sent the car back, or they sent the part back. We have to go back next Friday. Okay, that's fine. Driving back. Okay, we have to go home. The car, as we're on the highway with lots of traffic driving at a faster pace, shuts off as I'm driving, and I panic and go, oh my God, and we have to call Frankie, and thank God he's a mechanic and he's working. So then we went to go drive to the shop so he can check and see what's going on with the car. And I almost hit a little squirrel, and if I would have hit the squirrel, I would have cried for it the whole rest of the day because I just can't do that. And then we made it to there. He checked it. He said everything looks fine, and it did it the whole way home. So now we're going to switch out cars, go in, take a little break from doing nothing apparently, and then we're going to try to attempt to do it again. We shall see. All right, next little errand I have to run is I'm going to run to the post office because I have it listed down below, I think in my description, but I have an Etsy store. There's not a ton of stuff on there right now because I'm mainly focusing on helping my mom get hers up and running. So I did sell a small little item, so I have to go take that to the post office. So I just have it all boxed up, and then I will drop that off and pick up our mail. We actually in our town do not get mail delivered to our house unless it's like FedEx or UPS, so we have to always go to the post office to pick up our mail. So I'm gonna take this now and get this done and send it out.
Awesome!
All right, let's do something fun. Here's my weeknight fajitas. Super easy. I got the recipe from Weight Watchers, and I make my own little spin on it, so I'm just going to show you what to do. Turn your oven on to medium-high heat. Use some cooking oil. I use the canola oil from Costco in your pan, and add your stir-fry meat, whatever you want to use. And then I'm going to add some lime juice and just kind of sprinkle that in there. You can use fresh lime juice if you'd like. I've done it both ways. Then I'm gonna add on a generous heaping of chili powder. I don't measure anything, unfortunately. I just kind of throw it on there and see how it goes. And then I'm going to add in some cumin as well. Frank's not the biggest fan of this, so I usually don't put as much in there, but I do still give a pretty good amount. And then this is my favorite. This is Mrs. Dash Fiesta Lime, and it's a salt-free seasoning, and this one goes really well with these fajitas, and I usually go pretty generous with that one, as you can tell. And then I found this Mesquite smoked sea salt grinder, and it's really tasty, so I just add a little bit of that just because it kind of comes out coarsely. I'm just going to mix this up and let it brown in the pan. I cut up 3 bell peppers and 2 white onions, and those are just going to be ready to add into the fajitas. And then once your meat is almost completely browned, I'm going to just add those in and then let them get nice and soft and cooked, and then we're going to plate it, and it's delicious, and I could eat this literally every day. I do add more seasoning, so I just put on a little bit more of the sea salt. Then you see the chili powder, and you're going to see some more cumin, and then you're going to see more of the Mrs. Dash seasoning. And I'd like to add a lot of seasonings. This might not be the healthiest thing for salt content, but the other one's salt free, so we're just going to let that go. So just mix it up really good and then let it cook, and you're good to go. You can put this on a salad. You can eat this by itself. Any kind of way you basically want to. That's what it looks like when it's all done. And we're just going to use the small tortillas with the Taco Bell seasoning and some shredded cheese and some sour cream, and we are done. Super easy, always delicious, and everyone likes it, including Mom. So I hope you guys enjoy that recipe. That is a favorite in our house, and like tacos, I know a lot of people have tacos every week. That's kind of a go-to for us, is the fajitas, and just have fun with cooking. So I like to use different seasonings and try all different kinds of little concoctions of things just to kind of switch things up so we don't get bored. The only thing I don't get really brave about is baking, because you have to be so precise when it comes to measuring your baking soda and your baking powder and so forth. But pretty much anything that I can cook, like dinner wise, I just kind of wing it and just do my own thing coming off of a recipe. But anyways, I had to go to the car because it's literally the only place I can ever find that is quiet anymore, and you still might be able to hear Dominic playing with his friends on the Xbox in the background, and for that I'm sorry. I cannot control him. He's taking a break from schoolwork and he is enjoying himself on his Xbox. So the only footage that I had was from yesterday and then today, because I have to be honest, the last 2 weeks, I feel like you probably saw it in the last vlog, like I was getting to the point where I was like, okay, I am like getting so annoyed with everything, and I was just like so much anxiety and just having a really crappy time, and then it got worse. So I know there was a comment from Vera, a friend here on YouTube, that said something about how, you know, just because things can be worse, or you might have it worse, and don't, it's your feelings are still important and things like that. And I think that's a really good point, but I have to be completely honest, the last week, every single night, I think I cried because of just all the stuff that's going on around us. And it was one thing that really started it, and do not come for me. I know this might not sit well with some people, but I'm just being honest. I was watching a video that came up, and it was from a YouTuber, and it just kind of showed up on my feed, and I clicked on it. It had to do with the California wildfires, and it was someone that was actually trying to help homes be protected from these wildfires. And in one clip that they showed, it was a bunch of horses, and the fires were getting closer to where this house was, and he said that the owners of the home had previously come and removed like 150 horses it was either that day or the day before, but there was still a lot of horses that were left, and I didn't know the outcome of what happened with that because he didn't follow up with the video. So I think that just set me off, and I am a huge animal lover, very huge animal lover, and I totally cannot even imagine the thought of losing my home or not knowing what's going to happen with my home or losing a loved one. I just lost my grandmother to COVID not that long ago, so just all the stuff that's happening around the world. But then that just kind of set me off, and I think it was just like a rough week because I feel like it just kind of all hit me. And I think trying to avoid the news and watching things is good in a way because you kind of stay in your own little world and your own bubble, but at the same time I feel ignorant if I'm not paying attention to what's going on around me. But then when I watch it, it just like bothers me so much because I just want to be able to help. Like, I was actually looking up all these different things of what can I do to help, and like, I know you can donate money and you can donate things and, you know, send money and stuff like that, but I'm that type of person that if I could, I would literally get in the car and drive and try to go and help in however way I possibly could, because I just want to be able to help. And I want to see that I'm helping. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. Just don't be angry with me, as I'm just being honest. But it's just, I know like there's just so many people affected by so many different things right now, and I really honestly felt guilty for complaining. I'm still doing it now, actually. I still feel guilty, but I'm just kind of voicing my opinion because I feel like that's what I can do. So if you know someone that's being affected by all these things that are going on in the world right now, my thoughts are with you. And, you know, I wish there was something I could do. I don't know. So I was a mess last week, and I'm still kind of like a mess right now, but I'm slowly kind of working my way through it. I think Sunday is going to be a really good day because I'm going to try to get myself really focused with what's going on in our house right now. And big news, we all are going to be starting the Elimination Diet this week, and that was also a suggestion from my friend Vera here on YouTube, and she suggested that quite a while ago, but now we've since been told by Dominic's doctor that we need to do it, and because of him doing it, because he has to do it, then we all have issues, so we decided as a family we're going to all do it together. So that should be interesting. 3 people trying to detox from caffeine and fried food sometimes and ice cream is going to be very interesting. So, but I'm excited to see the results and see what everyone's issues are so that we can fix it and hopefully feel better as a family and not have so many issues. So yeah, that's it. That's my ramble for the day. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope everyone is staying safe. And if you have anything to share, please leave it down below. I love talking to everyone and getting to know everyone that comes and stops by and visits. And I hope you all have a beautiful day, and I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.